Let's try out BeatQuake, but first, let's get a beat going. Okay, this is BeatQuake. I have it on these drums right here. It starts out perfectly transparent, and then you can start introducing, for example, one of the 4 main colors. You're going to gain some volume with this, but you can enable automatic gain compensation down here or turn down the output volume manually right here. Shock tries to increase the attack while keeping a clean low end. Bypassed. Enabled. I think you can mainly hear it on the snare. It definitely gets a bit sharper. Rift kind of seems to do the opposite, introducing kind of a grittiness to your beat. Makes the whole thing feel a bit more squashed as well. Bypass. Enabled. Tremor is kind of focused on the low end, making that as big as possible. Bypassed. Bypassed, it has kind of a punchy low end, the samples I chose. Quick decay, and with the tremor, it feels a lot more massive. Slower decay, a bit more distorted. And enabled. And then the last color we have is Fault, which is supposed to kind of polish up the sound, give it a bit more clarity. And bypassed. Enabled. Bypassed. Enabled. All of these are quite subtle, but combined with the other controls in here, you can still get a lot of variation out of this plugin. Let's check out Tone. This makes your beats a lot brighter and brings out the high end. Enhance. There's definitely some wave shaping going on here. It gets squashed. It makes the low end feel a lot more round, kind of massive. Shape. I think there's some wave shaping going on here, distorting the beat. And Lofi. Some subtle bit crushing, making the high end kind of an interesting texture. Alright, and all of these controls in combination can give you various different flavors. Let's check out a preset, for example, Drum Kit Enhancer. Obviously, it's filtering a lot of the high end with this high cut filter right here. Let's turn that off for now. I'm doing a visual gain match right here with the nice meters. Bypassed. Enabled. It definitely makes the whole thing a lot more punchy, a lot more compressed. And I like the placement of the hi-hat. Check out if you turn down tone. Now turning it up. It gives some nice presence to the hi-hats. Let's change the color. if you're dialing in a sound you enjoy, but it starts being a bit too intense, maybe experiment with just turning down the magnitude. Let's hear it in context. I think with context it makes it even more impressive. The drums just sit way better in the mix. They pop out of my earphones a lot more, even if I turn down the volume a bit more. I like it. I'm curious to hear what it might sound like on this bass line right here. Bypassed. Enabled. I think it definitely breathes some life into this bass, gives it some nice bounce. Let's hear it in context as well. Bypassed. Enabled. So BeatQuake can be your tool for tone shaping, wave shaping, as well as some transient shaping. And it's all packaged in an intuitive interface that I found quite fun to work with and explore different sounds. If you're not sure, check it out for yourself. There's a free trial. I have been Sylvan from the channel Send to Sound Factory. Thank you very much, WA, for having me. See you again soon.